Lieutenant Colonel and the head of the Texas Public Policy Foundation, Chuck DeVore, over here, so we can dig in on the dirty details. Chuck, thanks for being here. So this is a map of Ukraine. And as Alex Plitzis was just laying out for us, there will be a demand for land from Russia. Now, Chuck, the red land here is already primarily occupied militarily by Russia. The blue and red striped land is contested, though largely controlled by Russia, some 70–90% controlled by Russia. This blue portion of Donetsk seems to be the portion that Vladimir Putin wants but doesn't yet control. He wants to get it through negotiations. He hasn't been able to get it with his military.
That's correct. And it all comes down to this one portion of Donetsk that has not been taken because, as one of your prior guests properly pointed out, you have a very major defense line that runs right through here. And when you move beyond to the northwest, it becomes very flat in the Dnieper lowlands. Very hard to defend that area.
Let's do this, Chuck. Let's zoom in. Frank, if you can bring up the next map, let's zoom in on this area of Donetsk that is contested that Vladimir Putin wants. Still controlled by Ukraine. What you see here on this map, the light pink region is Russian-controlled area of Ukraine. The brighter red area is the portion, correct me if I'm wrong, Chuck, Ukraine controls this land. This is the front line of the war. It appears, according to reports, that Vladimir Putin wants this. He has not been able to take it.
Correct. And so the major defensive line that's been built up now for some 11 years runs right through here. And this is where Russia is losing tens of thousands of men in what they call these meat attacks. If they get this through negotiation that they can't take through force of arms, then it's wide open all the way to Kyiv, all the way up to Kharkiv. Very difficult to defend that territory.
And you and Alex just pointed out to us, the reason being, in part, this is hilly topography. This is flat farmland. Once you can take this area, then you have a pretty straight shot to Kyiv.
Absolutely.
And then the question is there a security guarantee that could make Ukraine feel good about Vladimir Putin drawing the line at this point?
Right, and it all comes down to the next few weeks of negotiations. Is Putin just stalling for time? Does he need some economic relief? Or does he risk bringing in both Europe and America united to lock down that ghost fleet where they're illegally exporting Russian crude? That's what's fueling the Russian war machine.
Let's take a look at what's going on right now. Let's put up this map that shows you as we speak. Fighting as of Sunday is still all over this front line. The yellow circles here represent where the fighting is still taking place and has been, Chuck, for years.
Yes.
It has been in all of these contested areas over time, and there's the area of Donetsk where that fighting is taking place.
Absolutely, and it's important for your viewers to understand this really hasn't changed in about 3 years. It is really a World War I-like stalemate on the front, where you have, again, just tens of thousands of people dying every month.
Right. All right, and this shows the war started, remember, the first real salvo was in 2014 under the presidency of Barack Obama when Russia took Crimea from Ukraine. This area is all the area that is being contested as we speak. But I also want to show you where we are right now on spending in this Russia-Ukraine war. The U.S. has spent over $184 billion. Europe has spent roughly $217 billion. You heard today, Chuck, the president say that there's not going to be more money. That probably wasn't music to the ears of Zelensky.
Well, again, Europe has far greater capacity to put more money into this conflict should they want to. And by the way, this is on their doorstep. Ukraine is in Europe.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. The other fascinating thing about this is the public polling coming out of the Ukraine right now on where the people stand when it comes to continuation of the war. There's greater and growing public support to find a negotiated end to this war. Take a look at this. In 2022, 73% of Ukrainians wanted to fight until the war was over. That's down to 24%. And by the end of the war, they mean absolute victory. On the other hand, when you want a negotiated peace, that has risen from 22% to 69%.
Right.
Again, though, Chuck, polling is always about the details. Are they okay giving up that land that we just discussed that seems to be on the table if we get to a trilateral meeting?
And it's important to understand that while these regions have been part of Ukraine, the Donbass Basin, where you have both Donetsk and Luhansk, that's about 90 to 80% Russian ethnic-speaking people there. And, of course, in Crimea as well, that wasn't even historically part of Ukraine.
All right, Chuck, I hope you'll hang out. We're going to come back to you here in a little bit.
Sure thing.
As we move back to the big board. But let's do this. Volodymyr Zelensky said, by the way, on this whole issue of whether or not he would trade land for security, he said no land trades. Watch this from Zelensky. Hey, it's Will Cain. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Cain podcast for full episodes right now.